All right, we'll see another game here with Uhlmann.
Yeah, this was the European Team Championship in Sofia in '67, and I played the legendary grandmaster from East Germany, Uhlmann, was probably together with Unziker the best German player ever. He was one of the most talented and the strongest grandmasters from East Germany, West Germany. Okay, from Germany, let's say. And
At the time, I guess he was playing for the East
he was
German.
playing for East Germany. Yes.
All right, okay, let's see.
Okay, A6, defense C, D5. This is the normal French defense, and White is playing something a little bit different. In opening, I mean, he doesn't play the normal moves, D4, knight C3, knight D2, and so on, and the normal variations.
Yes.
This is the so-called King's Indian for White. In this order, White plays more quietly D3, knight BD2, knight F3, and so on, and the fianchetto in G2 and castle and so on. This is a very nice idea, played by Fischer himself. He introduced this line in big tournaments, in very important tournaments. Had a lot of very good games and very nice results. Yes. Okay. Knight D2, knight F6, knight F3. Okay. Theory again. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. G5. Yeah. Okay, rook e1, b5. Okay. Until now, I think we had almost the same position in another game played by myself against Liebert. We demonstrated in another example. And it's very interesting that the East Germans player played always like a team. They analyzed together, played the same ideas, the same games, and so on, and tried to improve every time. And it's clear that here, Uhlmann wanted to improve my game with Liebert, for instance, and show to everybody that the variation is playable for black. Okay, this is the main line from this opening. Okay.
And it was
B5.
popular between the German players.
Black wants to have immediate counterplay on the queen side. He plays very quickly on the queen side. Okay, E5, knight D7, knight F1, A5. Theory. Until now, again, theory. H4. I mean, White plays first H4 to have time to play immediately afterwards bishop F4. Comes with the bishop in F4, and later on he prepares some initiative against the black queen. If you remember, we had a very beautiful game, Fischer against Pano. We show it, some other occasion, and there White had decisive attack finally, and won a very beautiful game.
Yes.
So, okay, B4, bishop F4, A4. And now White has two ways of playing it. The idea is to do nothing on the other side and play, for instance, knight F1 to H2, later on with an idea knight G4, H4, H5, and a very complicated game, and so on. Or, transpose the line and provoke a little bit the game from here by playing himself the move A3, introduced by Fischer, as I told you before, in some beautiful game against Mercure and Misusa in '67. It was well known in that time.
Which line?
A3.
A3, okay.
A3. And after A3, Black, if he wants something, has to take, A3 and open the game, But this is very interesting because usually White tries to close the position on the queen side and play on the other side against the king, But here he accepts the idea to open the position even here on the opponent's side, where his opponent tries to do something.
Exactly.
Yeah. Therefore, it's a little bit provocative, A3. But it's correct, it's okay. Now, he takes with the pawn, of course, yeah. If you take with the rook, Black has a very good game, If you take immediately with the rook, because he has time to play C4, attacking the rook, and he opens the position, takes in D3 and so on, and Black is good game. Okay, takes like this. This is the idea, knight E3, and he gives you the possibility to react immediately with Black. The idea for White is if you play, for instance, queen C7, which is a mistake, after queen C7, he has time to play immediately knight takes d5, he takes d5, e6, and he opens the position very well for him. I mean, for white, yeah. White is better, clearly, no? So black has to do something else. And he tries immediately, this is the idea. Knight d4 is the novelty, the new move here. Knight d4. Now white has to...
The improvement from black.
The improvement from their side, the German improvement, knight d4. Now, if you take on d4, which is bad, he has time to open the line. The C line is for black. The diagonal is very good for black also, and you have to lose time because your knight from e3 is attacked,
Yes.
So what to do? And now the best move is c4 to open again, And of course, here I analyzed also myself, and I consider the position to be a little bit better for white. But if black has the idea that he's okay and he oversteps a little bit the limit, as in our game, the game is already very dangerous for black. Now, if black plays quietly here and takes immediately in c4, the game is more or less even, a little bit better for white. Mm-hmm. But if he plays like in our game, a little bit too sharp, knight b3, trying to win a tempo, then he comes in a very dangerous position. Because white gives you the exchange and he continues against the black king. You'll see, our game. Knight b3. This is very, very dangerous for himself.
Maybe he saw that
black.
you will not give the exchange.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He saw that you are forced here to play rook b1. And after rook b1, d4, black is okay. He closed the position and your initiative is not as strong as hoped,
Yeah.
So, but you are not forced to. Now you give the exchange, of course, but you continue the attack. And in my opinion, black is already lost here. Now everything is forced. He took in a1, you took in a1. Now he has to take in d5, because if he doesn't take, the threat was terrible, The threat was to play immediately d6 and he loses the bishop.
Yes.
So after e takes d5, knight takes d5, the game is very, very dangerous because there are threats everywhere, He has to take in d3, but as you can see, we gave the exchange, but the attack continues and there is a terrible position for black, It's much too, too open. In every kind of position, it's much too open. Knight f6 is the only move, Knight f6, okay. But now we don't take the bishop immediately or knight from c6, from f6. We have another move, which is even stronger. Okay, now we take, but the idea is to continue the attack, not to take back the exchange. We can take back the exchange anytime, but we hope to have a little bit more, of course. No? He takes, knight e5 check. Okay, we open the diagonal, we attack the bishop from d3. So the only move is, again, bishop g6. The only move.
You also attack the rook with the bishop.
Yeah, attack the rook, but we don't want to give the strong bishop from g2 against the rook from a8 who does nothing, We continue our attack, So bishop g6, and now very strong move again, knight c6. The queen is nearly lost. Now, if he plays, for instance, the normal move queen e8, he loses immediately after e7. e6, e7, and he loses the rook from f8. If he plays queen e8.
Yes.
And now the only move is to e7, and hopeless. No? So the only move is on the big diagonal. You can see queen b7. To play queen b7 with the bishop in g2 is,
Doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't look good at all. At all. It's, so bishop d6. Now we continue the attack. We want to win the queen in one move.
With the check.
The threat is check and finished.
Yes.
So again, the only move is what? Bishop e4. And now the second sacrifice was very clear. Rook takes e4. Again. If he takes in e4, it's crushing attack for white, We can even take back in e4 and we play without two qualities, two rooks against three light pieces, but the attack is terrible and he wins by force, So he takes in c6, of course. I took in f8. Now he can't take in e4 because his mate already in g7. If he takes with knight in e4, is queen a1,
Yes.
mate in g7.
If he takes here,
Yeah, the queen from a1 comes with
Yes.
mate in g7.
yes.
So now the only move is to take back in f. Now queen takes f6 as he resigned. Because after queen takes f6, if he takes back rook g4 check and the attack continues and we have piece more for white, we want a piece.
Okay.
And if he plays instead, yeah, this is completely winning. If he plays instead queen takes e4, we play again forced win, queen takes f7 check. He must take, of course, check in f7, takes, bishop takes e4, piece up and completely winning.
But actually, he played this, right?
He didn't play. Unfortunately, he resigned immediately after
Yes.
queen takes f6. But okay, this was the idea.
Yes,
Very
yes, yes.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah, very beautiful game. And everything was forced, you saw, because the initiative was much too strong. The attack was much too strong. Every piece was playing against the opponent's king.
Yes.
It's impossible to defend such a position.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Again, in this time, beauty prize, again, this game. And considered one of the best games in all over the world, the first 10 games of the year, like this one.